What was wrong with your Discord? Why are you messaging, calling me if you're on Discord already?
Oh, sometimes because console sucks. Sometimes through the console, the Discord just sometimes randomly cuts out, so I'm not able to hear people. And I just think some people stepped away, so I give them time.
Well, what'd you do to fix it?
All you have to do is disconnect and reconnect.
Did you hear me talking on my stream or something?
Yeah, I went on the stream. I was like, wonder if he's live right now or if he's on pause. And you're live right now. I was like, ooh, there you go, Big Show.
Sprint burst. She got me with the sprint burst.
But was she made for this game?
She'll be made for this as soon as... Actually, you know what? If she has sprint burst, she probably does not have made for this. This one does not have sprint burst. Let's kick this. Hello? Just gonna run around in circles.
How did you think that was gonna play out?
Because Nurse is slower than Survivors. So
Yeah, but
if I don't blink, and it can be tricky for a Nurse to blink around tight objects like that. So baby Nurse would probably have a really hard time. I messed that up. They never went back to the other gen, so I'm still undetectable, which is interesting. But they're just hanging out right here. Okay. So we get a little eruption value. I'm surprised nobody went and touched that Trail of Torment gen. Hello.
hello.
She walked right into me. We do have a basement here. I'd say why not, right?
Do it, basement for the win. He's doing time fun strat.
It's hard for me to do what he does. I do my own strat. Problem is all the gens are on the other side of the map right now. Good thing is they are still at 5 gens. I think this pallet's gonna save you. Get real. Just don't care about pallets. Are you gonna come sabo this? No, you're not. Surprise.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
What you
Neko,
gonna do?
Neko, don't you have homework to be doing?
There.
My favorite voice in the world. Unmistakable. What's going on?
I am back. Somebody walked in at the worst time, and now I finished it for the day.
Wait, what?
Yes, that homework I finished time. Somebody
like,
walked
Neko,
in.
I was like, Neko, didn't you finish? Don't you need to be working on homework?
I don't have to do it all day, every day. 11 p.m.
Wow.
Are you guys playing?
I'm in a
Nothing
nurse
showing
game right now, but I don't think it'll last too much longer. They're doing silly things like healing under the hook.
Sounds about right. Well, I've updated my game. I haven't played since Alien came out. I did the PTB originally, but I've been wanting to play for a while, so if you guys are willing to let's keep be up for it.
Yeah, we can go into Survivor right after this.
Yippee!
I am just, you know, having fun
I-
chasing the good old maid for this.
Yeah, I bet. It's meta now.
It's terrible if you're not. It's hard even if you are nurse, but if you're not nurse, it's like good
Nurse
luck.
is also the slowest killer, too.
Huh?
Nurse is also the slowest killer, too, so...
Yeah. Well, but because of the blinks.
Yeah, as long as you hit your blinks, it should be fine, but you've gotta get used to them being a bit
But
fast.
still, if they just hold W with made for this, they get so much distance.
Yeah.
It's like the blinks can sometimes not even catch them.
Because you get used to their normal run speed, and at the off chance of like hope and stuff, so you know where to blink. And
I don't know. Now I just expect every survivor to have made for this. It just
yeah.
so many of them have it. There's usually at least like 2 per game. So
Yeah, I don't have it unlocked yet. Well, I have it on the character, but I don't have it on anybody but Nick. But yeah, Alien came to main games, right? Pretty sure.
to the what?
Xenomorph?
I don't think that's been released yet.
No, it comes on August 29th.
Oh, I'm excited for that though. He's like a more better demo, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, demo on steroids.
I wish they would have made the alien so you'd be more of a stealth killer and be able to climb on walls, not go through tunnels.
That would
I mean,
be so cool.
yeah, but Dinner Time made a good logical explanation. He's like, the reason why they didn't give him the wall climbing ability because he climbed the top of like extremely tall buildings in the game and like break. Let's put it this way: he just said it'd be extremely difficult to pull off, and that's what I was wondering about the alien. Like, if they pulled that off, but I was just like, no, they made it just a stupid tunneling alien. It's like,
I
man.
don't like how they did it so similarly to demo, because I feel like they just used that concept basically and added more to it so it seemed more original. But I do think it's a cool killer with the whole like tail attack and running mode and such.
The tail
And the
attack
flames
is like Nemesis Whip, basically.
yeah,
Similar.
but
Not exactly, but similar.
yeah.
Being
But I
able
like
to-
the flamethrowers. Any excuse to be able to burn a killer alive.
Is that something?
Really?
Is that something that only works against him?
Yeah. They have them. It's like the EMP for Singularity and like Wesker's or engines and such. So It's very cool though. I'm looking at the new skins and such.
Oh man.
Yeah, what's up?
That was Lithe, so he doesn't have made for this.
Oh. Darn, this new Wraith skin looks really cool.
There's no hook here. More people need to die. He's not dead yet. What?
It's holding on for dear life.
Oh my goodness. Immediate save. You tap this gen. Yes, that's good. You know what? I love having pop because I blow up the gen with eruption and then they tap it and then I come back with pop and hit it again.
Yeah, but then if they expect it, then they're not going to.
Nah, they don't catch on. They're so eager to tap gens that they can't help themselves.
Yeah, little gen tappers. They see the gen, they tap the gen. The gen got detective tapped.
What? Why didn't that? Oh man, that should have been a hit. Ugh, so annoying.
I'm trying to get Kindred to max on Felix, but I can't seem to get it. I put like 1,000,000 blood points into it.
Alright, this guy should be toast now.
I got Kindred max. Let's go. That was the last one I needed.
Probably lose a gen for this, but it's better to have him dead. Much better to have him dead.
Yeah.
And then we can pop this gen now. Yeah, I don't even run pain res anymore. Pop gives so much more value.
I like bringing any means because you don't get very much value against killers who break pallets, but like the few times you do get a killer that doesn't break pallets, it's really funny playing against them because you could just pick up every pallet and they never catch on.
Some people use it as a tech where they go to pick up the pallet in front of the killer and like they just tap it so it looks like they're gonna vault, and then the killer, I don't know, they use it as like a
I've seen people do
as
that
as a tech to make it look like the killer double backs thinking they're gonna vault, but they don't vault it, they're just faking it with any means.
Yeah. I've gotta have Bond unlocked.
Claudette, you need a hook, my dear.
I do. Okay.
Trail of Torment's so good now.
What's it do again?
It makes you kick a gen and you become undetectable. But before it used to be like you're undetectable until the gen stops regressing. Like if someone taps it. So like someone can just come up and tap it. That's the downside of it. But it used to also deactivate if you hit someone. Now it doesn't. Now it only deactivates if the gen finishes regressing or someone touches it. So when the gen stops regressing, it deactivates. So the good thing about it is like you go undetectable especially with Nurse, and if you leave and blink away, but then you lose your undetectable status, you know somebody touched that gen, and you can go right back to it. So it's kind of like a win-win. You either stay undetectable, or you get information that they went back to the gen. But good teams immediately go tap that gen to stop the Trail of Torment. But if you're undetectable and you hang out around that gen, as soon as they touch it, you just pop out.
True.
But I don't think it's as good on most killers. It's just really good on Nurse because their ability to blink back to gens.
Yeah.
So if you're like some other killer, they're just going to come tap the gen as soon as you leave. Like I tried it on Bubba and I thought I was going to get a lot of value, but I didn't. I would just kick a gen, and the second I would walk away, they would just come tap it, and I wouldn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, Bubba is kind of like a meme killer for the most part, where he's really fun to play. Unless I guess you camp with him, that's his other use. But he's not really good against like big swifts. Nonetheless, Bubba is probably my favorite killer.
He's what?
My favorite killer.
To go against or to play as?
To go against. I like playing as Huntress, but just in general, he's my favorite.
Bubba?
Yeah.
I generally like almost always average a 2k. That's about it. You can't really... Gens just go so fast that you don't have the pressure with them. Even if you face camp, you'll get like a 2k. So no matter how you play, it's generally a 2k at best. Like I could do better with him, but like on average it's gonna be a 2k. It's like sometimes I'll have so much pressure and thinking
I like facing Bubba and Huntress though. But yeah, it just depends on the map and such, what perks you run. Like, I used to play Bubba a lot, and I would run perks that weren't very good for him. And, like, sometimes I'd run absolutely no perks, and for a while that worked out when I was in low MMR, but then I got absolutely annihilated on, like, a really bad map for him. I was new to the killer, and no perks are done, so...
Yeah, so when I started playing, I played as Bubba because then it was all about the blood points and barbecue and chili and all that. But so in the beginning, against survivors that didn't know how to loot or that didn't really rush gens, it was easy, and I could easily win. But once I got my MMR up to where I was playing I think I'm in the highest MMR probably with Bubba, or at least like at the soft cap or wherever it is. Probably similar to Nurse. And once I'm up there, it's like, it's so easy to lose with Bubba.
I like playing Huntress a lot. I'm not very good with her, but I still have a lot of fun. Like, if you do end up hitting someone from far away, it feels really rewarding and cool. It's gotta be my favorite killer to play, although I don't play killer very much.
There is this build that's fun with Huntress, but I think it's map dependent. So it is like, I have it on, let me just look at it. It's the iridescent head. So it's a one hit down, but you only have one hatchet. But then I pair that with
was it that stealth build that you mentioned?
Yeah, the wooden fox. So you get undetectable for 30 seconds every time you reload. So you throw your one hatchet, but then you reload and you're undetectable for 30 seconds. Now they hear the lullaby, but they don't hear your terror radius. So it's hard to tell from the lullaby where she really is. And so it's still kind of tricky. But then I use Iron Maiden to reload faster. So I reload the one hatchet, I get undetectable, it's faster, and then also if anyone leaves a locker, they're exposed. And then I pair that with Plaything to make them even more oblivious. And then Pentimento on top of that, so that if they cleanse the Plaything, you have Gen slow down and all that. And then Devour Hope as like the ace in the hole, which you don't really need it, but it's just that thing that if you get it, you're just all the more dangerous because everyone's exposed and all that.
Yeah.
So if you do that on a map like Leary's, it's just terrifying because you're just completely undetectable. And so the idea is you don't throw your one iridescent hatchet from afar. You come up close because you're undetectable and you're like back revving Billy, like you're right there. So it's almost hard to miss with the one hatchet. So you just down them with one hatchet. Then you could even, go undetectable and you could even hang out somewhere around the hook. But the idea with Devour Hope is to leave that hook and go far away and go sneak up on. So you sneak up on people that are on gens. So it's probably best for indoor maps like Leary's, possibly RPD or something scary like that indoor in the game, or maybe even Midwich.
My Huntress build right now is Devour Hope, Nurses, Spies, and Ruin, but that's just because I don't play Killer much, so I have like a random build on her. But Devour is just there so that if they don't cleanse it, it's kind of like just an extra. If they don't cleanse it, that's good. If they do, then oh well. Nurses is info, Spies is info, and then the Ruin is just an extra hex up there because I don't tunnel, so I don't usually kill someone really early, so unless they cleanse it.
I almost never run hexes, but I have it on... I lost the little fox. I almost never run hexes, but I do on this build just because it's kind of a meme.
Yeah, I don't play seriously, so I just use all hexes.
I don't really use hexes because good teams put them out too fast.
Yeah,
and Spies from the Shadows in theory is good, but oh wait, Spies from the Shadows. I thought you meant Whispers, so Spies from the Shadows is actually
Whispers
pretty good.
is awful. Spies from the Shadow, I've done a lot.
Spies from the Whispers it would be good, but it's bad because it's triggered by people who are on hooks and slug. So
and I also can't hear it very much because I don't have headphones. But Spies from the Shadows, like the crows just fly away and you get a little on-screen notification, and it's way more common to disturb crow. So.
Yeah, it's a good perk. The only time it bothers me is you'll be in chase and it'll just be going off in the background. And like you don't know, like if you have other builds, other things that cause the indications, or let's say they miss a skill check or whatever. Like, I've had it to where with Spies from the Shadows, I've had it to where like I'm constantly getting all these notifications all over the place, and it just becomes annoying because I don't even know which one. I
usually forget I even have it.
But at other times, it's really good because you don't know where people are, and all of a sudden you get an indication out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I like using it for. I don't usually get many notice from it. I'm pretty sure it's got a 36-meter range, so it's not from just everywhere, and yeah, it helps give away their locations when I'm lost, because I lose people really easily and not very good because I don't use sound, and I'm not good at following scratch marks at all.
Sound is huge in this game. Like, I find just like how I'm playing Killer Game there, like being on comms and just talking and hearing people talk during the game makes it so much harder to track people than if I'm just listening to the game and focusing on little sounds, like I can hear people breathing or footsteps. But if I'm on comms and just having a casual conversation, I'm struggling a lot more. Like, and with headphones, it makes all the difference as killer to be tracking people.
Yeah.
Because I could hear, like, oh, they're on the other side of that wall, or they're above me, or they're below me, or something. But if you don't have headphones, you hear the sounds, but you don't know what direction.
You just can't tell where they're coming
So,
from.
like, if you hear the hatch, you know it's somewhere near, but you have no idea. Is it up, down, left, right, whatever? But with headphones, I could tell you, like, oh, it's on the other side of that wall right there to my right. You can hear it directionally. So sound is huge.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
I'd be frustrated trying to play without headphones.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it over the years, but yeah, still not.
Why do you just use them?
Because people barge into my room, and I've got young brothers, so if I don't hear around me, then they're gonna run in, and like, I'm playing Dead by Daylight, so I don't want to expose them to that, so...